Hello, Veritas Academy. Nice to see you all, or be seen by you all again. We do these videos now in the summer as we come into the school year because, as you'll notice, we have new hires, new people coming into our family. One thing I've known, Colleen, and this is true of all hires, is it's difficult to come into a family that's fully functioning, and you're coming in as a member of the family, and it's all new to you, and you're all new to us. So these are an opportunity for us just to talk with you a little bit, get to know our community. Right now they look like a camera, but behind the camera there are lots and lots of families dedicated to being here. So thank you, Colleen, for coming in. Let me just quickly introduce our new second grade teacher who'll be teaching alongside of Caleb Plouts. Colleen Dennis has been in education for a while, both on the teaching side and the learning support side. So we're excited to have her. And she's already been down in the classroom getting things organized and all set up. So welcome. We're excited to have you. So talk a little bit about what you've done prior to coming to Veritas. Where have you been in the education world? What kind of things have you been doing?
Yeah, so I started teaching in the ballet world. So I taught at Lancaster School of Ballet, and then when I graduated from college, started working in the school district of Lancaster in learning support, and did that for 4 years. And then I opened my own dance studio, Balance Dance in Mannheim. Did that alongside of teaching full-time online.
Wow, that's a lot to do.
Yeah, with Pennsylvania Virtual Charter School. Did that for 4 years, and now moving on.
Okay, so what's the connection between teaching ballet, which is you know, its own very technical environment, as my daughters have been through it now. I've learned this, and I'm not a ballet person to begin with, so don't envision me with a tutu. I have not done ballet. My daughters have. Yeah, seriously.
They did a lovely job in Sylvia, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, well, they loved that show, and they did such a great job there at Kavod. So what's similar between teaching ballet and teaching, let's say, a second grade class?
The kids. The kids are, so it doesn't matter if you are a kindergartner or a second grader, right, in the ballet studio, or a second grader in school. Some of those developmental milestones are going to be the same. Some of the really cool things about being a second grader, they understand deeper stories, so you can introduce deeper storytelling in ballet. You can introduce deeper literature in school, and just the wanting to know how things work. That's another like big second grade thing that you'll see that in dance. They want to know why you're doing what you're doing, or how that's going to help them be the beautiful ballerina. And you'll see the same thing in the classroom.
Neat. Yeah. So is that what got you into teaching? Was that experience with young people and watching that? Yeah. How have you seen that happen in your classes? What works well? What have you really enjoyed about being in the classroom and teaching?
Every class is different. So I think when you walk into the class and you just kind of know that they're going to have their own flavor, you can kind of lean into that and figure out what the flavor is and go with it for the rest of the year, and then it doesn't get boring. So you can teach second grade for 45 years and it's never boring because everybody has their own spice. Right.
I have noticed this now watching grammar school teachers teach, that it takes a tremendous amount of energy to keep students interested and involved and engaged. It takes a lot out of you, but it seems from dancing that kind of high energy is right up your alley.
Yes, definitely.
You enjoy that.
Well, and if you go too slow, I get bored. So that's
probably
kind
true
of nice.
Graders.
True of second graders. You got to move on pretty quickly.
Right, good.
So yeah.
So and because we're here, and I know you've not been in a Christian environment teaching, so that's always tension when Christians have to do that. But here, you get to do that. What are you looking forward to about bringing your faith into the classroom?
I think the really cool thing about being in an environment where you can go back to the Bible is that you do have that insight on why we're doing what we're doing, and who is the orchestrator of the things that you're studying and looking at. It's a very different perspective when you're looking at some really dark times in history, but if you have the creator of the universe with his hand on it, it looks a little different than when you don't. Yeah.
Right, yeah. And of course, that here we believe that, that teaching and learning those things are very important for discipling someone and students. And I know that's an interest of yours and a passion of yours and a chance to do it, which I'm so excited to unleash you into the classroom and let you do it. So, there's a positive connotation, I promise.
She is a tornado.
So, on the fun side, just help us get to know you. Let's say favorite vacation spot, and or time in history, because some people would like to vacation outside their time in history. I don't know if that's you, but Anything comes to mind about the place or time you'd really love to visit if you could, and why?
Okay, if I could. So not
If
a
you
place
could.
I have.
Well, maybe that's the same.
So my favorite vacation spot right now is my grandmother's house in Booth Bay Harbor.
Oh, Booth Bay,
It's
beautiful.
gorgeous in Maine, and it's right on the water. There's a lot of things that we can do. It's very relaxing, and my grandmother's house is also just very homey and relaxing. So I feel like even with 3 kids, I can take a vacation there, which is really sweet. If I could go anywhere else, I would love to visit Malta. I am Maltese.
Okay, family heritage.
Yeah, and it's a very small island, and not many people go and visit and get to look around, but I would really like to do that. And Greece, especially with the Olympics. I've been talking to my son about ancient Greece and where the Olympics came from and everything, so we've been looking at pictures, and now I really want to go.
Well, I hope you get to go. And just one last, your husband, Alex, maybe just quickly names and family, what your husband does, that kind of thing.
Sure, yeah, so Alex is a nurse at Lancaster General, and he is an IV nurse, so he specializes in sticking people with needles.
Does that concern you at all?
I try not to dwell on. But he's very good at what he does, and he loves it. I have 3 kids, Baylen and Elena and James.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Very exciting.
And Baylen will be in first grade.
Yeah, so we're looking forward to having more dentists. By the way, not related to Graham Dentist. We want to make sure we know that there are multiple dentists here. So
haven't met Graham Dentist.
Yeah. You will. It's hard not to meet Graham Dentist.
Okay.
We love him to death. So what are the kind of things you like to do outside the classroom? Obviously, you do a lot of teaching, and you've done a lot of ballet in the past. What other things do you really enjoy?
I love reading. I
good
love
thing.
taking my kids out into nature. We like kind of hiking as a family or going on bike rides. I do like traveling.
Okay.
So like going to visit Maine or other places kind of along our route. We take more of a road
meandering
trip situation,
explore as you
to
go.
get up, which is a lot of fun, and just spending a lot of time with my family too.
Yeah, that's wonderful. So thank you for coming. We're really excited to have you in the 2nd grade year and look forward to the year with you. So when you get a chance to see her, if you see her out and about or in the school, please introduce yourself to Mrs. Dennis, and we look forward to a really great year. Thanks
for having me.